Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
I was able to talk with Jeff Hornacek for a moment. After taking the first matchup with them, he wants his team to be even more assertive on the offensive end. He told me, I feel we can have our way on offense. Get them into matchups that they don't like and find points that way. It's what helped in our first meeting. Let's see if they can do it again here, guys.
Okay, Doris, well, the offensive approach, a primary force in the game plan today, guys.
Yeah, they are out to put up a big number today, and I think they can do it.
Well, that certainly seems to be the goal. I mean, it could be a shootout if their plans come to fruition.
And for Portland, the bench still wasn't leaned on heavily for minutes. Greg was just talking about that, but they were in the top 5, Clark, in scoring efficiency, and they shot 45% from the floor on the year.
And what was a weakness for them in 14 was a strength for them in 15. And actually, they were their best down the stretch of last season.
Here is Frazier after the made shot from Red Hot. The feed to Miller. Plumlee sets the pick for Miller. Off the left rim and out.
But that would have been lucky had it fallen. Poor shot selection.
Yeah, look at the coach's face and the expression. It says all over it. Are you kidding me? Great outside shooting fueling this run.
Then the D is getting bombarded. They haven't been able to slow them down the least bit.
Chance here, Kevin, to check out how the Trailblazers ranked in the NBA last season. First in free throw percentage. Second in rebound. And they were top 10 in three-point shooting. That's a huge part of their offensive attack.
And don't forget how special they were at the foul line. Sometimes that can be an underrated stat, but they were tremendous, and it definitely seals some wins down the stretch.
And the Suns here with a different look. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Alex Len. Markieff Morris comes in for John Lewis. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for T.J. Warren. And Ronnie Price has subbed in for Brandon Knight. And the shot's good from Red Hot.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
So it's Portland now. 6-point game. No luck. And it's Phoenix's ball. A 14-2 run over the last bit. This one for 3. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And you know what? He's got a new BFF. It's the triple.
It has been his BFF today anyway. Most of his points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
Pass to Henderson. He dishes it to Davis. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession.
Boy, did they have...
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
And for Noah Vonleh, last season came in as a heralded freshman out of Indiana. Some people thought he might crack the top 5 in the draft, but after some shaky late workouts, he fell all the way to 9.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Markieff Morris. Sonny Weems comes in for Booker, and it's Brandon Knight in for Ronnie Price. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Red Hot in a 2-guard. Sonny Weems is out there with Warren. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Chandler in at the pivot, manning the middle. Well, Greg, in watching Vonleh, you can see he has the size and range to be a difference maker. Excellent rebounder, big hands. Like you've talked about that, simply working on refining his skill set at this point.
Yeah, and it's a matter of work ethic with him because I think the tools are there. Work ethic and experience, and I think this kid is going to be a nice front court player for a long time.
And here's Henderson after the three-pointer from Red Hot. He kicks it to Henderson. Pass to Plumlee. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Tyson Chandler, 4th.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers, really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Clock at 4, and that one's good by Henderson.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
And the pass to Red Hot. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. 28 points for Red Hot.
And Steve, when he's defending, he forces opposing ball handlers to be very cautious and careful. They try to get cute around him, and it will result in a steal.
From outside the arc, that's good. Red Hot's got 31 points.
Well, there's hot guys, and then there's really hot. They just can't miss.
You know, Greg, sometimes you'll see an individual guy go on a shooting tear like this, but the whole squad, wow.
Henderson with it, now defended by Warren. Vonleh. Knight grabs the board. Knight's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Phoenix had a season of heartbreak last year, so many losses for them on last-second shots. Here's Red Hot. Another one falls for Phoenix.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
You know, trying to think back on all of the last-second losses for the Suns last year, guys. Heck, the Clippers, Milwaukee, Houston, the Grizzlies, Kings, and Warriors. Ouch.
They grab their own miss. Here's Plumlee.
There's not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yet another 3 for him, Kevin. He's really been draining them here in the second.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Lillard kicks to Henderson. Plumlee with a screen on Morris. And that one's good by Henderson.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Here's Red Hot. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. Price has got assist number 5 here tonight.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Aminu. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Aminu's got 7 points in the game. Here's Red Hot. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And that's a big bonus for him to end the quarter as he just beats the buzzer.
That's superb clock management there, maximizing every second of the clock in that situation. Well done.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. Phoenix ahead, running away with it. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Looking at Portland, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Suns.
And that result was no surprise because they played very loosely with the basketball.
They sure did. There's no question about it. And when you come out on the wrong end of the turnover battle, you're often going to be on the wrong end of the scoreboard as well, Greg. You know that.
Plumlee out there with Aminu. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Chris Kaman. And it's Henderson in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Mason Plumlee will really put it on you. Tough, hard-nosed player, has the size to bang and the athleticism, GA, to run the court.
And it's interesting, Kevin. His game translated better as a professional than maybe as a collegiate. I mean, he's a guy that's a lunch pail kind of player. Rolls up his sleeves, focuses in, and willing to do the dirty work.
Excellent point about the comparison college to pro. I think you're right on.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
And it's Ronnie Price with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Booker. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
And, you know, back to Plumlee, he showed steady improvement last season, improved statistically in just about every category over his rookie year. If he could become a little less mechanical with his postgame, I think he could even go higher.
Kaman kicks to Harkless. pass to Lillard. Lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And good on the basket. Book it.
You know, one thing about Plumlee, going back, he's been a tremendous rebounder. He can shoot over 60% from the field for you. However, he was a terrible free throw shooter last season, under 50%, which caused at least a couple teams to employ a little hack-a-Mason strategy.
The fader. Another miss by Kaman.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Got that one up quick. Red Hot's got 53.
These defenders are putting up very little resistance to the three-point shot.
And it's killing them. 4 of the last 5 makes coming from long range.
Henderson dishes to Kaman. Lillard from outside. Lillard again missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
No good from Red Hot.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, you may not be as lucky next time down if you're the defense. You cannot allow him to get those kinds of looks.
Harkless kicks to Lillard. 6 to shoot.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the defense.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Land against Kaman. Shoots it. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Red Hot's got 55.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Red Hot in at small forward. Alex Len out there with Warren. Then it's Archie Goodwin, and it's Knight in at the 1 spot. Stolen by Henderson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 1:44 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Red Hot. Hands it from downtown. Red Hot's got 58.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon.
And the call will be against Red Hot. So that will be his 2nd foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. And with Gerald Henderson Jr., what you see is what you get. A solid player, good athleticism, but he doesn't really specialize, Clark, in any one thing.
Well said, Kevin. Right on the mark with that. He came into the league as a jack-of-all-trades kind of guy. Skills were somewhat unrefined. That's sort of where he is today. He is who he is.
And the rejection by Leonard. 1:10 left in the 4th quarter. Ball's knocked loose. He feeds it to Henderson. Shot clock at 6. There's the dish to Harkless. He tries for 3. Cannot hit. And Phoenix the other way now.
And going back to Henderson, he has the raw tools and intelligence to be a good scorer, but limited range and ball handling skills have put a cap on his development. Plus, he kind of lacks a go-to scorer's mentality.
And the call will be against Red Hot. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. No good on the free throw.
And, of course, Gerald Henderson Jr.'s dad was a solid NBA player in his own right. Never made an all-star team, but was a 3-time NBA champion. And ultimately, that's what counts.
And the Suns making a change here. Weems has checked in.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
He hits the 2nd from the line. And here are the Suns now. They're on a 19-7 run. No good from Red Hot. So for Phoenix, their last game a win against the Trailblazers.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Icing on the cake right there, fellas, for what has been just a phenomenal performance.
Greg, if it's pound cake or strawberry shortcake, I need a bite.
Well, go ahead. Take your bite, Greg. Go ahead. Yeah.
You know, I'm going to let Clark have his bite.
So it's the Suns winning easily here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Red Hot.
It's got to be a great feeling setting the team record for points tonight. How does it feel to achieve such an accomplishment?
It's pretty nice. I feel like I was in the zone all night long. My teammates kept getting me the ball, and before I knew it, I was having a crazy game. I didn't even realize I'd broken the team record until now, though. Really cool, especially considering everyone who came before me, man.